Potting on plants is worthwhile, you'll see. But first, here's a word from the Wise Elf and me. Joe's been redoing his path down the middle. There he is at the top. You alright, pal? I'm just showing the folks his new path.
Yeah, I've took all the tiles up. Got a new path all the way up here.
That's a gift from the Wise Elf for our side.
They're surplus, you're having them.
Yeah.
So I've just got to clean up and tidy up now the next few days.
Yeah. Done alright that, couple of hours, wasn't it? About what, 3 hours or 3 or 4 hours was it?
Yeah, 3-4 hours on Friday, was it?
No, it was Wednesday, wasn't it?
Wednesday.
Weren't yesterday?
No, Wednesday. So all the old ones got took up, I've stacked them all there. So you can get some use from them.
That's the lunatic asylum in the background coming picking us up.
Yeah. Well, because we're not 2 metres apart. Right?
Yeah, maybe.
That's what they say, isn't it?
So you're going to be redoing the ends, aren't you, with the ends of the beds?
Yeah, because all these old railway sleepers, boats, massive things, they were down the edge. And it wasn't an edge, it was just a mess. So they've all come out. So I've cut some boards at home for going one edge there. The big one behind you. That one's a new edge.
Oh, this one, yeah. With the leaks in. It's just keeping on top of it, isn't it? Maintaining it.
Well, it was a job that wasn't planned, but we'd gone for the manure. Bill happened to say his neighbour had some flags he was getting shut off.
And there you go.
And there we go, so we went and picked them up, we brought them up, and the 3x2s, what some people call corporation flags, they weigh a ton. Anyway, they're all in.
Yeah.
So now I've just got to finish off what I've started. So it might get done Sunday night.
Yeah, big day Sunday, isn't it?
Big day Sunday.
No, they're looking, and cheers very much for that, mate. Them, like I said, we're going to be doing our paths. We might be even doing the patio area outside where the lady farmer's greenhouse is with those.
You and what you like, stack them somewhere out the way so you don't fall over, and then you can decide where you're going to put them.
Yeah, work it out down the line.
Work it out down the line. Because the 9-inch square, the 2 inches thick, they're all quarry tiles. And there must be about 50 there.
There's a few, isn't there? Yeah. I bet there is 50 there. How many in a stack? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16, 32. And yeah, there'll be 50 there, I'll bet.
There's 50 there total, yeah, so... Yeah.
Thanks very much, man.
You get them stacked up and used.
Top banana.
Banana. See you Sunday morning.
See you Sunday, mate. You can't beat the generosity of the elves, boys and girls. Joe, the wise old elf there. And he's given us those 9-inch tiles. And I've worked it out. We've got 48 of them, which gives us 7.5 square feet. Which should be more than enough to cover this this flower bed space to make the patio. Now this is the area that we're going to turn into the sort of sweet garden patio area with the flowers and everything. There is a sort of a pixie circle in the middle, which is hidden underneath all the sort of branches and leaves and detritus, but we're going to rearrange that so that that's like probably about a 3-foot square flower area, paths down the side, and a patio bit there that's going to be about 4 feet by 6 feet. Excuse me. We've already got some paving slabs down there, but I'm going to redo all that, get the 9-inch ones in down the sides, and make it nice and decorative, and so that we've got areas to put buckets with the flowers in. And when I say buckets, there'll be more decorative ones, decorative flower containers. But that's what we've got from Joe there. All those 9-inch ones, 48 altogether. Thank you very much, Joseph. You are truly a lord amongst elves. And yeah, so that's what we're going to be putting in there. So yeah, that will be getting done, but not today, Clarice. Stay tuned for the weekend for that one. That's going to be a nice little project. Today we're going to be patting on these babies into these buckets. Multi-purpose compost, about £3.50 a bag. Vermiculite, about £1.50's worth from Ken at the shop. And some blood, fish and bone are the components for our compost mix. Okay, now that's one I've just made earlier. I'll show you how we do that right now. Absolute doddle. A bucket, £3.25, 30 litre bucket. The ones that you can grow potatoes in is what we're going to be using. That's going to be filled up with compost. Half a bag of that, which is coarse vermiculite. And some blood, fish and bone. It's kind of like a teacupful. But we're going to add the compost in, the vermiculite and the blood, fish and bone. Swirl it all around till it's about 2 inches off the top and fill it. And then we'll get our little plants in. We'll get our Meteor in. Yeah, so we're just over half full there. And that's about a quarter of a bag of the compost, multi-purpose compost. Around half a bag, not even half a bag, about a third of a bag. And when I say bag, I mean like that size. It's around about a litre of the coarse vermiculite and a half scoop of well, a quarter, about that much of this. You could say it's a handful sprinkled that's gone into that. So it's not a great deal of blood, fish and bone. It's just to give them something, a little bit of something in the way of feed. So I'm going to top that off now till about a couple of inches away from the top, and then we can add in our Meteor Pease. Meteor Pease. You can see the tendrils are growing little hairs on them, and they're seeking out, they're trying to find that nutrition, and they will find it in there. Alright. Yeah, about another third of a bag of the vermiculite, and we'll say a good handful of the blood, fish and bone. Just work that in into our mix. La cucaracha, la cucaracha, la 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 la. Don't know why I did that. It's perhaps because I have serious mental health issues. But there we go. Right, I'm going to top that off to about an inch away from the top. 2 inches, sorry, away from the top. And continue to work it in. And we don't want to fill it right to the top, because what we're going to do is we'll get our plants. Yeah, they're plant exhibit A, and these are the Meteor Pease that we've started off on the 14th of the 10th. So they're coming up for a month ago since these were started. These are the Meteor, 14th of the 10th, Meteor Pease. And then all you do is, because we're going to get that plant of that shape into the hole in the bucket, make a little room for it. Push that in. Like that. And what you do, and what's happening there is you're making a sort of relief seated template. And when you pull that out, you get these. Try not to touch the plants, tip them over, give it a bit of a squeeze, like that, and they should pop out. And then carefully, got to be careful, drop it in to there, like that. So now that's dropped in, just give them a bit of a firm round into there, and that's your job done. Knock off any excess soil that you've created. And then all we do is we work our way then around the pot, doing exactly the same thing. We use an old pot as a template for it, like this. Pull that out, get your new, with your plants in. A bit of a squeeze, off they come, like that. And then bob them. Try and do it a little bit less clumsily than I've just done it there, boys and girls, but that's all you're doing really. You're getting them in the ground, work your way around, and then, once it's full, I'll show you. Alright. That's it. In they go. Now, we're going to be getting those into the watering trays, which are the tomato watering trays. That's taken about 80% of the 70 litre bag, and these are 75 litre buckets. These are 35 litre 35 litre buckets, 75 litre bag, right? So it's taken about what did I say, 30 litres or something like that, weren't it? Obviously we're not filled up right to the very top there, because you do want a little bit of a depth to them. And then we're going to insert the canes so they've got something to climb up, and we'll be doing that next. But I've got 2 buckets full there. In this one there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, and in the other one there's 12, because we did have one of these pots which we put 2 peas in each of. One of them didn't fire, so obviously that's that one in the middle of that one there. So this won't be quite as well packed with pea plants as the other one will, but that's the end of that bit. I'll show you the finished product. And there it is. So what I've done is I've put 8 canes in, 4-foot canes in. You can get those joiner things, the bean cane joiners. Just bear with us a sec. These rings, that's a green sweet pea and bean ring. But essentially that's exactly the same. And what you're looking at there is the base from one of the Asda cut flower buckets. Remember when we did the tomatoes, we used the bottomless buckets to grow the tomatoes in, and that's just a use for the bases. So as you take the base off and pop it on, that's another base, just pop it on, and it's not even screwed in or there's no holes or anything. All that is braced on top of that. You just put the canes inside and put that on top, and it retains and holds them. And so the peas then will climb up inside there. I might put a bit of string lattice work just to give them something to hold on to, but we'll see how we go. They should be alright. They should follow the canes up inside there, but I will string it. In fact, I'll string it. Okay. Now there's no mega rush for the stringing. I've made the second one a little bit lower. I've taken an inch or 2 from those 4-foot canes, just to drop it down a touch, because it was touching the poly at the top. But I think it's a nice, simple, reasonably attractive idea. That saves you buying those rings, because they're free. The Asda cut flower buckets are free, aren't they, when you can get hold of them. As I said, the canes going round the outside, and then you just tuck all the tops of the canes inside that, and because they're angled outwards as you put them in, when you do put them underneath that canopy, if you like, the actual pressure of the canes wanting to go outwards keeps that in place. I'm just going to put some water in there. I'm going to fill that dish up about halfway to about there, and then leave it and let all the capillary action work its magic and soak up through, and those buckets will be filled with water. I don't water them from the top, these. Don't ask me why. I just don't do it. I like the roots to go down and seek out that moisture. So we'll water from the bottom, and then it also assists with sort of preventing fungal infections and rot and things like that, basal rot. Let the roots sink down and seek out the water and the nutrition. All right. Peas, Meteor Pease. Peas, please, Louise. In fact, let me get me my little ticket for that. There we are, pea Meteor. Meteor Pease. So there's 2 lots in there. I'm going to do exactly the same with the broad beans. broad beans are going to go behind, because they're a dwarf broad bean and they only grow to about maximum 3 feet, so they'll be better off at the back. These Meteor will grow to approximately 3.5 to 4 feet, all being well. So yeah, spot on, I think. That simple, effective and elegant. Let me know in the comments below. Of course, because we've potted on the Meteor Pease, that's freed up some of these 3-inch pots. So what I've done is I've started to pot on the winter brassicas. So there's the spring hero cabbage, which was in there but is now in here. They've been potted on from the sort of 1.5 inch to the 3-inch. I'm going to be doing the same with the winter boar kale and also the purple sprouting broccoli there tomorrow. So all of those are going to fill up that back tray, I think. I think what I'll do with the broad beans is I'll find an alternative position for the broad beans. Maybe over there. I'll maybe clear that off and put them over there. Get a tray over there. But yeah, that's what I'll do. I'm going to be potting on the winter brassicas. Give them another couple of weeks inside those pots before they get planted out fully. And Bob's your uncle. All this stuff really, in fact about half of it, in truth, will be going out this weekend. Certainly all of those onions. The spring onions are going to be kept in here, but all the onions that are left in here are going to be going out, and the broad beans are going to be potted on. I love that. Nice little setup. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. And if I don't see you through the week, I'll see you through the window. This is Guru Murphinda signing out. And remember, keep growing with your heads down. Keep growing with your head down. And I'll see you next time. We're going to be on this weekend. Lots and lots to do this weekend again. And we hope you're enjoying the journey with us. If you like what we're doing, please comment, like and subscribe. If you're already a subscriber, don't forget to hit the bell notification button so that you don't miss another episode with us down here on the little farm. Some people have been saying, how are we going to assist you? I said, well, what do you mean assist me? We want your channel to grow, which is very nice, and thank you for that. I think the way you can do it is if you share it on other social media platforms. So if you share it on Facebook and Twitter and things like that, share it with your friends, and then they can see what we're doing, and hopefully they'll join us as well for the growing revolution. But just keep doing what you're doing, boys and girls. We love it. We love the support that you're giving us and the encouragement and everything. So please continue with that. We'll continue doing what we're doing, and as long as you're enjoying it, please follow us. All right, get cracking. See you later on, boys and girls. Friday night tonight. Don't get too drunk. Bye bye.